Yo, yo, yo! Welcome back to the MMA Short Show. It's always your boy, Steven Moustaris. And guys, before I get too crazy into my video, I am doing a little poster giveaway. Good old UFC 290. I always get my posters. Clearly, they're behind me. I get them all the time. And I got two extra ones, so I'll definitely be doing a giveaway for that. I'm trying to figure out like a fun little way to do it, whatever. I've never done one of these before. But I mean, I have two of them for absolutely no reason. And, if you guys love the UFC, like I'm pretty sure you do if you're watching my videos. I would love to hook you guys up with one of them. So free everything. I probably won't be doing that stupid stuff of, oh, you got to make sure you're subscribed. You got to make sure you follow me on every platform. Like, nah, that shit's stupid. So, but let me get straight into it, guys. Out of all the things that happened on Saturday night, one of the wildest cards we'll ever see. The one thing that like really sticks out to me, I mean, I'm a dumbass because I picked Robert Whitaker. I think a lot of us did. I think we all kind of were. I don't want to say all of us, but most people probably thought Robert Whitaker was going to run right through Dricus Du Plessis. So, yeah, that one right then and there was probably the most shocked I was all night. But, the one I really actually wanted to talk about real quick is just the respect that I have for Brandon Moreno, man. Guys, I can't even explain it to you. Like, I've talked about it before. I mean, I don't think there's a single person out there that can hate Brandon Moreno. Like, even if you're Alexander Pantoja, even if you're a guy that fought him before, if you guys got bad blood, like, I mean, even honestly, even if he's your ex-boyfriend or something that he might have cheated on you, even though Brandon Moreno just seems like a guy would never, like, he's just the nicest dude in the world. He's always smiling. He always brings a great energy. I mean, and then you got to look at his fighting style. My gosh, dude, that guy is one of the funnest fighters to watch. And it brings the question, really, like, is he up there with some of the most exciting fighters ever? Like, I hate the whole like greatest of all time stuff. I always hate how we always have to label stuff like all time this, all time that. But, one thing I really need to shout him out for, man, is no matter what fight he's in, it's always exciting. And it's kind of crazy. We see our boy Ruthless Robbie Lawler go out with his crazy knockout, walk-off knockout into retirement. It's one of the most, like, enlightened things I've ever seen in my life. Most exciting things, it made me feel great. But, he's one of them guys that, maybe doesn't win every fight. He might not go down as the greatest or whatever, but, like, or even in the discussion. But he's definitely in there for some of the most exciting fights you've ever seen. He's never been in a boring fight ever. Like, maybe your early days or whatever, but his rejuvenated like Robbie Lawler that we saw, the actual ruthless Robbie Lawler, like, no, that guy was always in battles. And that's how Brandon Moreno is for real. And it's even crazier because 125, man, I don't know why people sleep on 125. Like, fights like these are the main reason. Like, did we not just watch, I guess the fourth one wasn't that great, but did we not just watch four crazy fights between him and Davis and Figueiredo? Did we not just see him with his crazy fight with Kai Kara France? Did we not see him with his Askarov fight? Did we not see him with all these fights? Sergio Pettis, the Alexander Pantoja, like we talked about before. The guy's been with Formiga. Like, he's fought everybody, the who's who, and he's always in crazy fights, like, no matter what. And they're always title fights. They're always 5 rounds. And I think the other reason I really love the guy so much, too, is, like, no matter what, he's probably not going to be the most talented. He's probably not going to be the strongest going into it. But he's the hardest working. He's probably the most passionate, probably the most caring one out there, which goes a long way in the sport. Like Volkanovski was saying, you got to be passionate about this sport, or that's what's gonna make the difference between you trying to be the champion and those guys that are just at the middle of the road, just trying to do it because they're good at it. Like, that's what makes the difference. And Brandon Moreno, man, his heart, man, like it. He's a true born, like, he's a true full blown, like, Mexican warrior. Like, these like everybody we've ever seen in boxing and everything, like, these are what we're talking about. And Brandon Moreno's got to be on that list, man. I know for all those Mexican fighters, and I'm pretty sure he shared it too. Like, he wants to go down as one of those Mexican warriors, one of those guys that are just true full blown Mexican fighters. And he is, man. He is one of those. He deserves all the respect ever. And I know he doesn't win every fight. I know he lost his fight technically, but these are one of those fights, man. It doesn't feel like a loss to me. Like, I get that he doesn't have the belt, but dude, that guy put on such a great performance to come back after round 1. Like, he got knocked out with Alexander, or knocked down. I shouldn't say knocked out, but when he got knocked down pretty good and got rocked, and it looked like it was going to be the end of the day, like, this dude came out in round 2 and freaking arguably a 10-8 round. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it was a 10-8, but he was putting the work on Alexander Pantoja, and to come back, like, oh my gosh. And then the rest of the fight for both of those guys to keep scratching and crawling. And, honestly, hats off to Alexander Pantoja as well. Like, I have a lot of respect for him, and I think he's amazing. I even was kind of like leaning towards him in this fight because I think he's not only has he beat him before twice or whatever, I just think he's just that he's got that crazy pace. He walks straight forward like a zombie. He knows like, hey, it's 125. I'm probably not going to get knocked out here. And, you even had to see him change his game plan in this fight because it looked like he thought it was going to be easier than what it was. And to see him even come back and even win this fight and even have great moments around 4 or 5, like I thought he was gassed after round 2. So it was amazing. It was really heartwarming when I got to see him at the end. Like I haven't talked to my dad in like 12 years. Like no sob story for me here, but like, I just to see him go out there and talk about his mom and everything, like that touches anybody, even if you have a dad, even if you don't. Like to see him go out there and say, "Are you proud of me now, Dad?" Like that, man, that was heartwarming, especially somebody who's close to their mom, like and their mom has played mom and dad. Like that was pretty fucking awesome. But hats off to both guys. I hope we get to see this fight again. But Brandon Moreno, man, like he might not go down as he's definitely not going to be in the talks with, Demetrius Johnson, maybe not even the talks with Henry Cejudo. But to see that guy do what he's done, and dude, it's just phenomenal, man. It's heartwarming. He's got to be one of your favorite fighters, and if not favorites, like definitely most respected fighter. Dude is never in a boring fight, and it's just phenomenal to see. And man, just the way he just always sticks through it, no matter what. So, shouts out to Brandon Moreno. Like I hope that they go with that rematch. I know they got a couple people sitting there, so, we'll see. But, it's just a phenomenal fight. And no matter what, in the UFC, like, from their point of view, like, Brandon Moreno's got to be, like, in the conversation, at least having a title fight, no matter what's going on, because he makes every fight amazing. Like, even with the Kai Kara-France fight, like, he wasn't even looking that good in the first couple rounds. Kai Kara-France was looking really good, and then he just comes out and turns it on in that third round. And don't get me wrong, though, the dude is talented. Brandon Moreno is talented. The guy's got the speed, his hand skills, the freaking combos that man throws. He's one of the cleanest boxers in 125. So, that's just fair for sure. But he is, man, he just outworks everybody, and you can just tell he loves this sport. He loves his life, and that's the shit that I love. So, shouts out to Brandon Moreno. I'm sure he'll never watch this, but if you do, man, much love, much love. So, as always, your boy, Steven Moustaris. And keep looking up, guys. I've got a bunch of videos coming. So, let's go, baby.